All right, guys, today we're going to be going over lesson 20, or this week we'll be doing lesson 20, and we're going to be talking about comparing lengths. And remember, I talked to you about when you compare two things, you're trying to find the difference, and the difference is the answer to I hope you said it, subtraction problem. So today we're going to have to use the ruler that we sent you a couple weeks ago with your packet, or if you have a ruler at home, a yardstick or something. Let me know if you don't, and I can email you a copy of that ruler, and so that way you have it at home. But we have to measure. We're going to measure two things, and we're going to find the difference between the two. So if you look at this picture, it says Layla found this spoon and fork with her tea set. Now it's giving you the measurements, or the line to measure, start and then finish. So your 0 should be on this left side, and then you measure to this right side to determine the length of the spoon. And then same thing for the fork. And it says measure each object in centimeters. Well, which object is longer? So if I were to take my centimeter ruler, or a ruler that has centimeters on it, and I measure from here to here, the length of the spoon is 8 centimeters, okay? Then I measure from here to here with my fork, and that length is 10 centimeters. So I want to know which object is longer. So they've placed the spoon further down, so you really can't say it's longer because it's further past the fork, because they don't have the same starting point. You have to look at your units of measure. So which object is longer? And I hope you said fork. The fork is longer. So how do we know that the fork is longer? Well, because we know that the length of the fork is 10 centimeters and the spoon is 8 centimeters, and 10 is more than 8. So we're going to write that down. I know the length of the fork is 10 centimeters and the spoon is 8 centimeters. I know that 10 centimeters is longer than 8 centimeters. All right. So we've looked at the two. We've measured both of them. We've decided which one's longer. So now we're going to turn over to the next page on page 183. So we're going to find out more. So what's the difference between the length of the spoon and the length of the fork? Well, they line it up as you see here in this picture. And they say, okay, well, it takes 2 more jumps from where the spoon ends, from 8, that's 9 to 10, to get to 10. So the fork is 2 centimeters longer than the spoon. Now you can word it different. Go back to that vocabulary we've been talking about up to this point. Let's reverse it. The spoon is 2 centimeters shorter than the fork. So the fork is 2 centimeters longer than the spoon, and the spoon is 2 centimeters shorter than the fork. Okay, so here, wish we were at school so we could work with our partners. It says talk about. Zuri and Marco want to find the difference in their heights. Explain how they could do this. So how would you do that if you wanted to find the difference between your height and someone in your house? How would you do that? How would you find the difference? Okay, so let's think about this. I would measure myself, and I said it but didn't write it. I would measure myself and my husband. I would then compare the two numbers by subtracting, which they just use the jumps, and you can do that too. Hope you put something near that. And in just a few minutes, I'm going to do our problem solving book, and we'll talk about that. Okay, guys.